Good evening, guys. Vino here. It is Saturday, April 11th, 2026. It's a little bit after 9 p.m. right now. I've already had my dinner, so pretty stuffed for the night. Probably thinking about maybe one little piece of dessert if I can, but I'm gonna think about it. I definitely want to have some sweet treat for myself before I go to bed in the next couple hours here. But my Saturday has gone really well. I didn't get a chance to record the past 3 days, mostly because of work and just energy levels. But now I kind of want to share some things and catch up with you guys. Uh, Definitely had a really solid start to my day. I got a lot of chores done in the morning. I finally got my kind of kitchen swept and dustpan cleared. I got my kind of dishes checked on. I accidentally broke a cup like 2 weeks ago and never really threw it away properly, but now I have. But beyond that, I ended up getting Chick-fil-A after like a really long time. I think it's been almost 3 months. I'm the one that usually enjoys Chick-fil-A, but my parents started liking it. I introduced it to them, I think maybe like a year or two back. But yeah, I am obsessed with the Chick-fil-A sauce. They are now addicted to the Chick-fil-A sauce. So because we kind of did other takeout on most weekends, kind of wanted to save my mom some cooking time. So my dad was like, "Well, decide what you want to like get for takeout." We were initially thinking about pizza because we haven't had like a pizza or like a pizza nova situation in many months as well. But I was like, I don't really feel like eating pizza again. I usually eat a lot of like homemade or self-made pizza at home for the past like couple of weeks for during the work week. So I decided, you know what, it's time. Can we do Chick-fil-A? And actually, sorry, my dad suggested the Chick-fil-A, and I was like, yeah, true, we haven't had it for a while. So we ended up, settling on that as our lunch choice. So I went and got it myself. I ordered one regular Chick-fil-A sandwich, two deluxe Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and then two spicy Chick-fil-A sandwiches. So that's five sandwiches in total. So that way I get one regular and one spicy. My dad gets one deluxe and one spicy, and then my mom takes the second deluxe because she wants some vegetables and she doesn't want to eat too much, which is fine. She's reaching an age where it's getting harder for her to digest, chicken and other meat. So she wants to become a vegetarian, or she is pretty much a vegetarian. But I personally can't live without like being a meat eater, or like I'm still an omnivore in that sense, as is my dad. But yeah, it was good. I also, anytime I get a chance to go to Chick-fil-A, I always get like that 8 ounce little bottle that you can get from them as well. So I bought like, I think it's like 6 bottles I bought. So I gave two for my parents and then four for myself. Because I'm the one that's probably going to use it more realistically with like my chicken nuggets or my chicken strips I have sometimes throughout the work week. Because I ran out of that supply like many weeks ago, so kind of got a restock now, so that's good for the next couple of weeks going forward. But beyond that, I really wanted to kind of express some like I guess not a rant, maybe a rant. I guess you could say that. I'm sure a lot of people have heard online that a lot of these streaming services, like Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube Premium, all these things, they keep on increasing the cost of the subscription services. I don't want to rant too much about it, but I just want to keep it very simple and like acknowledge it in this like short little video for myself. If you guys are watching this, I really want you guys to stop or at least cut down the spending you guys are doing on your streaming services. Even myself, the best I have right now is like I've got Amazon Prime, which gets me Prime Video, but even Amazon now is being disgusting, and they're like starting to. Already they were charging I think like $1 or $2 to get rid of the ads on Prime Video if you have the regular tier, and then now I think that they want to charge like $5 or something a month extra just to get 4K streaming. So they had these things for free, and considering I'm already paying for Amazon Prime, which is not cheap either in the Canadian, I think it's like 120 now. I think it's $120 Canadian a year, which again, I know it's a year, but still, that's a lot of money, right? It's $120 is a lot of money, no matter how you like, think about it. And I barely watch Prime Video in the first place. Mostly my dad is the one that uses my Prime account for watching his kind of Tamil shows and English shows and his crime shows and whatever movies he likes to watch for action. But still, like that's my little kind of mini rant. Like we need to speak with our wallets, and even though I'm kind of like contributing to some of it, I will never pay extra, and I need to see value out of it. And I'm never gonna like spend any bit of my kind of spare money on like stupid things like that, because it's like an indefinite, uncontrollable thing where, and that's the thing. I want to control my spending, and I want to put money into things that is going to give me a good return value. And these streaming services, while they may be a good like entertainment gateway or like a distraction every now and then, we are not owning anything, and that's what I'm really sick of. It's like I think I may have mentioned this in one of my previous videos, like just all these big companies and these corporations who are making millions and billions of dollars, like they have more than enough money to keep the cost of running the services at a reasonable, like, yearly or monthly subscription. But the fact that they're like willing to increase it like $2 3, if not $10, if not $15, every couple months, not even like once a year anymore, like we're losing control, right? And pretty much like the way these companies are like telling the average, or like if not the majority of the customers, is you will own nothing and you will thank us for it. And that's the part I really want us to stop. I'm really glad that, ever since I went from like gaming on a console, from like my Xbox, I mean, not even Xbox, like my PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4, the PS3 was at least free online multiplayer. The PS4 was paid, so I had to get a PS Plus subscription for that back then. But ever since I went to a gaming computer, I don't even have to worry about online multiplayer and cloud saves anymore. I've got enough hardware and enough, specs to manage that by myself. And when it comes to music, like I don't pay for Apple Music. Anytime you give me the free trial version for like a month or like 3 months, whatever the holiday promotion that they do, I do that. I tried to use Spotify. I did like Spotify, but even Spotify is becoming such a pain in the ass with like really uncontrollable algorithms, and like the ads are really getting frustrating. And speaking of ads, let's be honest, the platform that I'm on right now, this YouTube platform that we're on, YouTube is really becoming worse when it comes to like this content. They are becoming like a nuisance, and that's the main thing. How can you put like so many ads in a 5-minute video, like even an 8-minute video? Like within me watching 2 minutes of said video, you're giving me 2 unskippable ads, and maybe the second one is skippable realistically after like the first 30 seconds into it, but you're interrupting a train of thought, right? So you cannot be watching something and then you're literally within the first 2 like steps into the content, you're making me watch another ad. Like anytime you put an ad in front of me in that manner, you're not making me want to become a customer of that product, right? You're making me angry at the ad person or the company who's promoting their stupid product, and it's not helping the situation. I think, oh, excuse me there. Excuse me there. I get a lot of dinner catching up. But yeah, I don't think any company that I've kind of watched ads for, if they interrupted me during my kind of relaxing phase or my entertainment phase, like I don't think I've ever like said, "Oh, thanks for interrupting me while I was relaxing and watching that nice TV show, that content, or that nice YouTube video that of one of my favorite YouTubers. Let me go like stop this with what I'm watching and go buy your stupid product." Like I don't get it. It's like I get that these guys have to make money, but you cannot like start with something that was free the whole time, and then you guys have more than enough money and revenue yearly. We can see it kind of broadcasted by the news outlets and the online, news reporters or journals, that you guys are making millions, if not billions, in money, that you don't need to increase the cost of these services every couple months, if not every year, realistically. It's just to kind of constantly feed your shareholders of that money. And yeah, again, I don't want to like rant it too much. It's always something that makes me like really angry. It's one of the reasons why I'm like really focusing on, the older that I get, I need to control the money that I spend on, like if it's money on like collector items, like physical items, like like figurines, Lego heads, like Lego sets, at least it's an experience of building the Lego set, so that's fine. But at least with music aspect of it, you will never catch me paying for Apple Music. You will never catch me paying for Spotify. Like either let me buy this, like the digital file of that song from the iTunes store, for example, as like an Apple person here, or I'm just gonna like go buy the physical music CD, which is what I do for like K-pop albums right now. I'm so glad that like I think people, I have started noticing though, a lot of people have slowly started either going back to buying physical CDs and DVDs and Blu-rays such as that, or even physical like music albums, even from some of the like early 1990s to 2000s kind of like music and content. I personally own quite a few. So that's the thing. Like, I'm so glad that I held on to physical media, and I still have a way to play back that physical media, especially when it comes to like music albums and CDs, because I cannot imagine like never owning anything after putting so much money and like time and enjoyment into something. And all it takes is for one of these like, digital streaming companies, to say, okay, well, sucks to be you, like sucks to suck, but you no longer have access to like this video game anymore. You no longer have access to this like album or this music artist anymore. You no longer have access to this TV show anymore. You no longer have access to this movie anymore. So that's the thing. Like, we're losing control, and the only way to regain that control, that's kind of my final point here. Speak with your wallet. Don't be a sheep. Please, for the love of all that's good in this world, please, even if you have the disposable income, even if you're like a generally wealthy person, you think that, oh, it's okay, I can spend like, $10 a month, or like a $20 a month, or even like $100 a month on all these like streaming services, YouTube Premium, Netflix, Disney Plus, like Hulu, whatever the crap that we have now. Even if you have the money, the disposable income to spend on it, I'm telling you, either one, cut it down, or two, stop it completely. We need to regain control of the things that we consume, and again, as crass or like maybe rough as it may sound, whether it be social media, whether it be kind of these streaming services, they are making money by gaining our attention and our eyeballs constantly being on their platform. And I get that they have to make money. It's a business, as is anything else in this world that makes the world run around, in a full circle here. But we're losing control. They are like our drug dealers, honestly. It feels like they're feeding us something that's so addictive. And whether it be gaming, music, TV shows, movies, all of the four main things that we consume on a day-to-day manner, especially with social media, we need to take back control. We need to recalibrate our attention span, and we need to speak with our wallets. And that is the main point I'm trying to get across here. It really kind of like riled me up over the last couple of days. And, on a more positive note, and I know it might be PR for some people if you don't even pay attention, but we just had NASA, have a good mission with the Artemis 2. I think that's what it's called, Artemis 2. So we had like 4 or 5 astronauts do a trip from Earth, go to the far side of the moon, and return back to Earth. That's something that's more tangible, like a good like accomplishment as like the human race. And like, where, it's the fact that science is doing good work. And that's what I want to celebrate and put like kind of attention to. I think we need to reduce the amount of like money attention that we're giving to useless kind of like dopamine hits. We need to reduce that. Again, we need to take back ownership by owning the things that we buy, and we need to stop renting things forever. And that's kind of the main and final point I want to stop at here. But again, sorry, kind of went on tangent there. Really kind of was like getting triggered by like so many things that are becoming, like I said, uncontrollable things. And I know I say here on my videos many times, like, only focus on the controllables and don't worry about the uncontrollables. It's a waste of energy. But I think it's one of those facets of like kind of topics where I think, no, the controllable is you, like us. Like, we have the control. We have the power to make these big companies to cave under pressure. Just like I've seen people around the world, or at least parts of North America mainly, say no to data centers that are being built for AI BS, which is going to hurt like our water supply, our environment in more ways. Our electricity costs will go up, like all these things. I can see people are putting their foot down, saying, no, we don't need data centers. We need nature to be nature. We need our like utilities to be normal and affordable. So same idea with this. Like, this is the entertainment side, but what I talked about. But if they can put their foot down and make that kind of change, if we all it takes is just a good majority of people to say, hey, I'm not putting my hard-earned money and I'm not giving it to these like big companies who are making millions and billions every year, then they're going to stop increasing the rates of a entertainment service. And I kind of like the final thought that I want to leave behind is um, like wants versus needs. And even for things like the streaming services, it's a luxury at the end of the day. Just like, when it comes to driving, a car, owning a car is a luxury for a lot of people. um, Having like gaming consoles, having like a very fancy audio entertainment system, like having a nice TV, like everything here, it's a luxury. And for those of us who grew up with either like nothing or like grew with a very limited funds growing up as a kid, we know the value of money. And I got to thank my dad for that, because he always makes me like check myself, because sometimes I do catch myself like, oh, I kind of want this, or oh, I want this kind of shiny new thing. And then I'm like, no, like my dad always says, it's a want versus a need. You can always put money and spend money towards things that are going to be either long lasting, or again, they're long lasting because they're built well, or the ownership is like solid, or two, it's like a good experience where you can develop yourself and you can like learn to improve in all aspects of your life. And things like streaming services, things like gaming, they're fun. Not saying no one can have fun, but there's a time and place for everything. And that's why we need to speak with our wallets and regain control of these things, because as every year goes by, these guys will continue to keep on increasing our costs and not giving us good value for it. And I know that we have the power. We, as the people who are the customers, I know they always say customers always right. I don't agree with that, because there are some customers who need to like grow the fuck up. But we need to regain control by speaking with our wallets, and that'll let these guys know that no, this means business. We are here to put our foot down on things that are changing in a very poor and bad direction. So that's kind of like my main kind of expression for today. And my kind of anger, it's like, I know I don't talk about these kind of things very often on my videos, but as I'm really getting tired of like certain things changing in this world for the worse. And I really do hope that we improve in many manners of life. But if not, as I said, sometimes I think I don't want to be here for a long time. I'm here for a fun time, and that fun time needs to be improving my life in some manner. And I don't need it to be kind of degrading my mental health in other ways. So that's kind of the main feeling that I had for today. But yeah, hey, my Saturday was good. I really had a good Saturday. Just to kind of recap my kind of outing for the night, for the day itself. Today was a little bit chilly in the morning, but we had a lot of good sunlight, so that perked up my mood a lot. I got to drive my car for like a good couple of hours, so that felt good as well. So I hope everybody out there watching this, beyond my ranting for today about streaming services and like speaking with our wallets here, I hope you had a good weekend as well. We've got Sunday still left over, so let's try to recalibrate, and we will get our best foot forward for the start of the work week. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.